What is RIP Twitter and how does it affect you? We're going to take a look at what changes Twitter is making that are causing people to say RIP Twitter, and how it's going to affect how you use social media and where Twitter stands amongst its social media peers. Boop boop ba-doop. If you've been on Twitter at all today, you might have noticed that the hashtag RIP Twitter is trending. Apparently, Twitter is implementing an algorithm that changes how tweets that show up on your homepage are displayed and what order you see them in. This change will, quote, tweak Twitter's algorithm to place tweets it thinks users want to see the most higher up on timelines. Now, originally, news sources said this change might happen as early as next week. But wait, who's Jack? I don't know Jack. I hope no one turns that into a sound clip. But if you do turn it into a sound clip, please use the hashtag Becky Boop Rejacks and make sure it trends on Twitter. Well, Jack had this to say about the whole situation. Hello, Twitter. Regarding RIP Twitter, I want you all to know we're always listening. We never plan to reorder timelines next week. Except, of course, that Twitter said that these changes aren't coming next week instead of saying that they aren't coming at all. And they've apparently been testing algorithmic changes since November. But what exactly are these algorithm changes and how are they going to affect you? Well, currently, Twitter displays tweets in reverse chronological order. But with this change in algorithm, Twitter is going to try to predict the tweets that people want to see most and bump them up to the top of your homepage. Now, this might sound a little familiar to you. That's right, it's similar to Facebook. Facebook changed its newsfeed format to also reflect content that it viewed to be the most popular. Facebook's algorithms have changed over time, and one of the major changes is how it's impacted businesses and segregated them away from regular users. In fact, Facebook in April of 2015 changed the newsfeed algorithm to prioritize posts from people over posts from pages, which are typically associated with businesses. There are two main categories of people on Twitter and Facebook and really all social media. You have your regular everyday people who are just posting to stay in touch with their friends. And then you have the people who have a vested interest in being seen, like celebrities and businesses, who stand to make money off of having audiences see their content. Now, the change that Twitter is thinking of making is very similar to the change that Facebook made. So we're going to take a closer look at Facebook to get an indication of what Twitter's future might look like. In November of 2014, Facebook mentioned in a blog post, as part of an ongoing survey, we asked hundreds of thousands of people how they feel about the content in their news feeds. People told us they wanted to see more stories from friends and pages they care about, and less promotional content. But let's follow the breadcrumbs to see Facebook's motivation behind this. What we discovered is that a lot of the content people see as too promotional is posts from pages they like rather than ads. Oh, well, isn't that convenient? You're telling me that people don't find promotional ads promotional? While I haven't seen the study results to say anything myself, something smells a little bit fishy there. And Facebook listed these posts as an example of the type of content that would be affected. But what were the impacts of this? It meant that pages of either people or businesses, the types of people that have a vested interest in viewership because it can be converted into money for them, it meant that their posts were seen less. And if they wanted that viewership, there were organic viewers who liked their page because they were genuinely interested in their content, didn't get to see their content unless that page or business decided to pay Facebook to promote it with ads. If you were to equate it to what would happen to a normal person, it would be like telling me, hey, you've got 1,000 friends. That's awesome. We're going to show your message to 50 of them. And if you want everyone else to see it, you're going to have to pay us money. This, by the way, is the reason I hardly use Facebook anymore. Now, the interesting thing is that Twitter has actually introduced an algorithm like this in the past, while you were away. You might have seen it. It looks like this. Now, they released this feature just a year ago today, perhaps testing the waters. Today we're introducing something new to your home timeline, a recap of some of the top tweets you might have missed from accounts you follow. Our goal is to help you keep up or catch up with your world, no matter how much time you spend on Twitter. With a few improvements to the home timeline, we think we could do a better job of delivering on that promise without compromising the real-time nature of Twitter. Which, by the way, is one of the major arguments against this whole thing. Everyone loves the reverse chronological order timeline on Twitter because you get to see see tweets in real time, unaffected by anything else. And it's interesting to see how this falls in the context of other social media. We already saw how Facebook handles the news feed, but let's take a look at another platform whose algorithms have come under criticism, YouTube. Now I'm logged in, which currently affects the way things look on my homepage. But we've seen before that when you look at the trending section, it's mostly filled with corporate videos. So YouTube is highlighting content created by companies, whereas Facebook and Twitter don't stop highlighting it, but they're making companies pay for that sort of access. Because guess what? Just like Facebook, Twitter sells ads too. So instead of just getting followers organically, you can actually create a new campaign that targets new followers, website conversions, or engagement. So now that we've taken a look at the bigger picture and seen the context in which Twitter is making these changes, the question really is, how is Twitter going to change these algorithms exactly? What are they going to choose as important? For example, is Twitter going to follow the same route as Facebook, where Facebook deprioritizes how YouTube videos are displayed when they're shared because they don't want to redirect their users to a competing video service? While a lot of Twitter users are saying, please don't make these algorithm changes meow, and others are showing how since this has been announced, Twitter's stocks have been declining, I think it's too soon to rush to judgment. We've seen what the future of Twitter can look like when we take a look at Facebook, but we have yet to see what Twitter is actually going to choose to prioritize in this new algorithm. And at the end of the day, that's going to be what determines if this is an amazing change or a change that follows the money. If you found this informative, you might want to share it on Twitter and with anyone else you think might be interested in it. And please feel free to subscribe. I make videos covering trending events in social media and other interesting internet news. And I look forward to having you be part of the discussion. You should watch this video too right now. Jinx released a video. He announces that he is done with reactions. Boop, boop, ba-doo.